All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You know, if you've ever seen the movie Hitch, right? You just stay right here. No more. Just stay right in there along the way. Well, welcome to our team meeting. It is already May 5th. I don't know about you, but May is always the craziest month in our household, especially as your kids, when graduating, coming back from college, we're in the trenches that gets there as well. And yet it also is a busy month when it comes to real estate. And yet we're going to look at some things along the way. We got Pam here to talk about Red Day. We'll get to her. We got Dan Goon. Why Dan Goon? Why not Dan Goon? It's what we say. Why not Dan Goon? Dan was in here. He was getting really excited about some stuff. And he kind of got me onto this thought about our team meeting as well. And yet, here's what I'd like to know. We get some more people going on, is we've been Zooming a lot lately, right? And we know Zoom's still effective as long as it's good Zoom. So I'd love to hear from you guys. Put in the chat. Make sure you put panelists and attendees in both so we can see it. And I'm curious, if we were to introduce back into the training center, do a physically team meeting, still have the Zoom format into it, how many of you would go, no, I'm ready to come back into the training center? We'd do some precautions. We'd have some safety practicing. I'd love to see in the chat how many of you would go, hey, I'd be back in the training room. I know you like it. And this is, you're doing a meeting and you're staring at yourself at the same time. I'm ready to be done with that. I did shave, by the way, because it was getting unruly if you noticed one. But I would like to start with a little bit, and if somebody can answer this, I'll give them a free agent bill, but you got to do it really fast. We're going to do a cultural moment, and we're going to talk about our WY4C2Ts. If somebody can name that in the chat, I'll give them a free basic agent bill, but you got to do it in the next 30 seconds.
And all in one text, right, Chad? It can't be like
all in one chat.
Yeah.
You know, we've done this recently, so if you've been participating, you should know it, right?
You got to do them all
in one. You can't just put them in just, separate little things.
And while we're doing
Pressure's on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Toyin, got to be all together.
I want to see, do you know what they are? There's a W in there. There are 4 C's. There's a T, there's an E, there's an S. Can you name them all to be able to get it? And as we're doing this, I'm sitting here working on sharing my screen.
Yes, for some of us, that takes work.
That's it? That does. It didn't quite like I wanted to.
Pam, I'm interested. What's that? What's your background?
Beautiful Siena plate. Oh, just Siena.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the pond, and one of the ponds is Siena, and there's statues, bronze statues.
All right, let's do a little cultural moment here and really talk about, I think, the foundation, right? Core beliefs and the way that you look at it. And Keller Williams, our mission statement, if you've never heard this, is to have careers worth having. You guys can see this, right?
Yep.
Businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. You know, what is a career worth having? It's when you get up every day and you're excited about what you're doing and the impact. You're almost whistling as you go to work. If you're miserable, I always tell people, go do something else. Life's too short. Doesn't mean we don't have tough times. Business worth owning, there's only one business worth owning, in my opinion. It's the one that's making money. Right? So a business worth owning and a business worth selling, whatever, is one that is profitable. Lives worth living. If you don't get to do the things that you love to do and spend time with the people that you love, then why are you doing it, right? It's a life by design. An experience worth giving, right? When somebody interacts with you, is that something that you just made their world better? And legacies worth leaving. You're right. On this earth, it is only a short time. And how does your legacy carry on?
For the longest time, you know, Chad, I only paid attention to the first three and just completely missed the last two. And the
last two were add-ons in the last couple of years.
That's what I'm figuring. And it's important because the first one is about you, and then the last two is about what you're doing for others. So
yeah, for sure.
All right. Here's our vision, right? Is to be the real estate company of choice for agents and their customers. We are still a family, God family first and then business, right? Your business can always bounce back. Yeah, that's a real core thing. And then here's I didn't see anybody put it in here. And these are just fantastic beliefs, by the way. Win-win or no deal. Win-win or no deal, right? Integrity, do the right thing. Even when nobody's watching, and you could get away with it, right? Talk about raising teenagers right now and getting that stuck into their head about integrity. Nobody could catch it. Well, that's not integrity. Customers always come first. Commitment in all things. This is probably one of my favorites. Communication, seek first to understand. Stay in curiosity, ask more questions, be really clear on what people are after, right? And then get to it. This is what blows me away. Anybody get on Nextdoor? Nextdoor, your neighbor or somebody will put something right on it and blast somebody on social media. And I want to go, what happened when you went and knocked on their door and had a conversation and see what was going on? Seek first to understand. Creativity, ideas before results. Teamwork, together everyone achieves more, right? That's collectively a Keller Williams. When Dan's going to go on this as a big theme as he talks about his environment that he's been in the last few times with the Pivot Facebook group. Together everyone achieves more. You just move faster when you collaborate and work together. Trust starts with honesty. Equity, opportunities for all. I hope you know at our office, that is something that we've embraced and you'll see it in there's opportunities for anyone. And the last is success results through people.
Okay, right? I don't know how you want to do this, Chad, but, Tanya had all the, what the WI4Cs mean. And then Akil, 3 minutes later, had everything with the or no deal, do the right thing, like what they mean. I don't know how you want to do it. I'm going to leave that one to you.
I'll have to take a look and do that as well. Did you just go and research it and then put it in?
It seems like he's my buddy, but it seems like a little bit of copy and paste in there.
Hey, look, you didn't have the guidelines on
this one. All right, I'll take a look and make a call.
Okay.
He said yes. He said yes.
And remember, we're a technology company that provides the real estate platform that our agents and buyers and sellers prefer. This is the direction we're moving in, and handling it is an end-to-end platform, right? That'll really move us in the right direction. And you go, I get frustrated with it. And yet my goal is to use the platform from end to end. That's Gary's goal. We're building it. It's hard and expensive to build a platform. Okay, any other cultural moments on that or thoughts? Yeah, Pam. Pam and Dan have been around a couple of years in our market center.
I look better than Dan now.
You do.
I just want to say right now in the market, integrity is priority, because if you're out there getting multiple offers and you're showing houses, both listing and selling buyers agents right now, there's a lot of them out there that aren't showing a lot of integrity. Mm-hmm. So don't be them.
Yeah. And you want to be the listing agent, right? I've talked about this is you have people, you want to respond to each one of those offers in a way, because you might be the buyer's agents on that listing in 30 days. So be careful how you handle it, but do it in a way that when you show back up in their world on the other end, the shoes on the other fit, then people remember that. Okay, Dan, I'm going to you. Yesterday, you came into my office all fired up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I'm sort of
tell us.
engaged this year. I committed to myself to just relearn everything and be receptive, be learning based. And I joined this shift pivot call thing that I've been telling Chad about, and on our morning calls with Cynthia, script role play, you need to be on that, everyone. We opened up the class today with the Gary Keller saying on page 135, shift book. This isn't rocket science. And we talked about that, meaning what we do, we must learn. We learn by sharing. And we're in a culture that does a lot of that. So what I'm saying is, you're new, you've been around a while, you can still learn. There's a lot of things to learn. I learn every day. I learned a phrase, I'm just going to give it to you, I thought was just mind-blowing. I said, hey, Nimesh, I'm going to put you in my database. I just met you, and I'm going to share things with you. And the lady, total respect on this, because she said, why did you say database? And then one was, what do you mean? Said, I'm going to put you in the mesh. I'm going to put you on my VIP list that's going to keep you informed. I said, oh my gosh. Do you want to be in a database, folks? Or do you want to be on a VIP list?
Excellent.
That's my question. That's what these calls are about. Mm. Good night.
Oh, shortest team meeting in history.
And you say, oh, Dan, that's nothing. Oh, really? Oh, really? It's the word we say that people listen to that makes you engaging or disengaging. Conversation that you have with your client connects you or disconnects you. How you say things, how you say them, phrase them. Remember, we talk, we swing down, we swing up. All those are very important. Actually, they're very important skills for purpose, because actually the public are listening to you and say, man, that girl or that guy was really sharp. You know what made you sharp? You know how to lead the conversation that was of value to them that want to listen. If you're just talking about yourself, I sold 1 million homes, who cares? Actually, I thought about that. I said, wow, everything is sort of like changed. And it's sort of not changed. You just got to go back to the basic stuff. I know Chad said, oh, database data. Yes, I heard it for 20-something years. Is that, well, you're doing it? All right, let me ask you another thing.
Yeah.
To be engaged, you must be a professional and a student of the game. Now, no one's naturally going to be, me especially, an expert student of the game. So let me just ask our office class one simple question. How professional are you and how engaged are you in your market? The question was put forth to me. Now I'll put it forth to Keller Williams Southwest. Who in this audience can tell me the number of active listings in Houston today? Raise your hand. Let me see. Chad, Nimesh?
Nobody.
You can do it in the chat. How many active listings are in Houston? He said all of HAR in the market today. How many are listed?
All right. Oh, Dan, who cares? Well, okay. How many active listings are there actually in Sugarland?
Yeah.
For today? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Okay.
Anybody know in the chat? Come on.
Who cares, man?
50
I'm a local realtor. Okay.
Something that says 300.
No.
It's 184 listings in Sugarland today.
185 now. One came on.
185. Okay. Thank you. There's 10,243 active listings in Houston today. In zip code 77083, there's just 25 active listings today. So my question to you, class, is, and to me, so what? So what? I'm a buyer. I'm a seller. What it has to do with anything? It has everything to do with everything. Numbers, you knowing them, not only impresses you, it impresses them. It shows them you are engaged. You are the professional. Because guess what? No one else is doing them. I promise you. You don't even do them. I didn't even do them. So there goes that question. So if you want to improve your chances, and that's all this is, by the way. Doing these script role plays in the morning, it's just improving my chances to connect with you a little bit better. And hey, we're big boys and girls. We can't win them all. And that's fine. But we do want to win most of them. Okay? Okay, Chad, that's it.
That was pretty good, Dan. I like it, right? We got some more. So what I'd like to do is let's go look at the market a little bit, right? And study it in a perspective. But I want to give you a feel, and I pull these up from Broker Metrics. It's looking all MLSs and all properties, but to share a message of, if we're professionals, Dan says we know the numbers. And if we wake up every day and we're an expert in a certain area, do you know how many listings are active in the city, in your county, in your zip code, in your neighborhood? I could put Pam on the spot. Pam, we should, if you're Siena, then we go, how many active listings are on the market today in Siena?
35 resales.
Yeah, resales, yes.
That's correct, 35.
35 resales.
I started doing statistics.
Yep.
When COVID hit last year.
Yep.
So I could track how it was affecting the listing.
Yep.
I've been doing it ever since, at least a couple of times a week, on several of the neighborhood Facebook pages, as well as my own business page. And so, yes, I know the numbers, and I've gotten quite a few inquiries based on the numbers. People I know texting me, past clients. Close your mouth, Dan. I am one of the ones doing it. So yeah, it works. Know your neighborhood.
Well, let's take a little. I love that, Pam. Keep going. Let's take a little snapshot of Fort Bend. This is a 2-year snapshot looking at Fort Bend, right, from April and moving through. And if you look at the graph, if you're a visual learner, what you're learning is there's less properties for sale, and yet more under contract and more selling at any other point. So actually, what was sold in April 19 was over 7,000. What was for sale doesn't mean it's active. It just means it went for sale. Any type of property, right? Care if it's lot or anything else. In April was 3,398. Under contract was 1,736, and sold was almost 1,400. So a graph sometimes can be a way. I'll make these all active on the KWSW 25, but getting back to Dan's point, whatever your number is, know it and understand it. So if somebody shows up, you show up, Pam shows up to a function in Siena, and somebody goes, how's the market? You can go, I'll tell you how the market is. We got 35 resale properties available in Siena today. And typically we see how many? What's a typical a year ago, or maybe even 2 years ago, what'd you see active?
Okay, the inventory has been declining for the last several years. Typically before I would say 2018, 2019, we had almost 300 resales on the market. We're down 90%.
Yeah.
And folks,
That
don't
goes-
make light of it. That's powerful. It's powerful for me as a realtor. Imagine as a public, as a customer or a client, I'm blown away by that.
That I actually know that.
No, that you that like that's exactly why you stand out. That right there.
Okay, this is I believe this is Sugarland. I got to find my I print off all sorts of reports and look at it, right? Here's our property.
Yeah, this is Sugarland.
Yeah. Right. This is what was for sale in April. Same story. We've increased a little bit for what came on the market since February, which is typically a normal pattern, right? But just slightly. But the under contract and the for sales are super high.
Yeah.
So if you compare it 2 years, down 52%, under contract up 36%, and sold is up 41% over a 2-year span. Incredible. That's Sugarland. Could you use that in your marketing and along the way? When you show up and say, I'm a professional and I know, can you give a little bit? So I'm just giving you snapshots today. These are easy for anyone. I pull these up through Broker Metrics. I'm happy to share them. And yet you can find any number you want in HAR. This is going to be Richmond.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, look at that. How much down? Down over the 2-year span. And that's all properties. Now, what we're seeing now is new construction is not even listed. So there's a variation on each one of these. What Dan is telling you is just know your numbers, and that's it. Hey, how's the market? Is good. I don't know. You want to call this market good? Here's a statement that I hear is, I hear brutal as our market. I hear is opportunity. Top people are saying best year, brutal, all in the same breath. That's our market. Brutal, and you can have success.
It's all about perspective, right?
It is.
And mindset. Like how are you defining it? Like a lot of our new agents we've been hearing that, on the buy side is always saying, it's like, oh, this market is just, it's terrible. Right?
I mean, with each one of these slides that you have on there, you can easily say more homes have sold this year than they have been in the last 2 years. Because that's the reality. Now, there's not more homes on the market, but more homes have sold.
Yep.
So,
I mean, here's Missouri City. Missouri City is an
Missouri
all-time low for sales. Look, in February,
yes.
If you look at that, it wasn't even a seasonal. It just, there's not enough. That's part of Pam's version of Siena.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need, have we said Dan and Pam, that we need more listings? Has anybody brought that up yet? Just looking at the data, just making sure.
We need more listings.
Okay, great. Thank you. Yeah, and what Dan is telling you, knowing your numbers, right? You knowing what to say does create an advantage for you. And you're saying, well, all people do it. No, top people study it and understand it. They know the game and they know what we're in for. And we're getting in front of people and providing them with the data that they need. All right, let me put it in perspective. As you know, Joe and I purchased a market center in San Diego. Why San Diego? Why not? And so I'm talking to a leader there. Put this in perspective. 1.4 million. When I say 1.4 million, don't think spectacular. It's basically a track home. 1.4 over the weekend. Now, that's the way they put it to me, by the way, right? Location matters. I guess you can see the water from there. The Pacific, to look at the Pacific and to get their temperature costs a lot of money. 1.4 over the weekend, they had 70 showings, 13 offers. It went 400,000 over list price. Like you got, I'm like, that means 70. People are not out looking today just being looky-loos, by the way. That means 69 people still need to go find a home. So put that in perspective. We might not hear that extreme, but what I'm telling you is you're not in that extreme. And yet we are seeing things go 25, 50, 75 over.
That's right. Hey, Chad, that's why your buyer consultation is you got to be having them, and two, you got to be setting those expectation of what's going on right now.
Yeah.
Because are they really buyers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because maybe it's not the right time to buy. If they're bargain shoppers, and that's okay. It's just, I can't believe it. It's not the right time for them.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what a good consultant does, right? A good consultant delivers the news, right? Sometimes it's not a message they want to hear, but we still deliver it. And we got to tell them the truth. Yep, absolutely. Okay, Dan. So 2 things that you're involved with. The one is the shift pivot. What time does that start every morning?
That's actually 6:30 in the morning.
6:30. Okay.
I cannot believe I'm telling y'all that. But I heard about it, and a good friend told me. I said, well, I said, well, how much is that? I mean, how much consulting things that's free, Dan? I said, oh, okay. I said, but that's 6:30 in the morning. He said, what?
Requires a mental.
I said, 6:30 in the morning. That's 6:30. She said, what? I said, okay, I'll do it. I'll do it Monday. She said, today's Wednesday. I said, I'll do it Monday. She said, okay. And she said, you better be on there Monday. I said, but I went on there about 4 months ago, and I blown 800, 1,000 something people from Canada to US. This is all Keller Williams folks. I said, oh my goodness. And these agents, folks, these agents will blow your mind.
Awesome. Good stuff. And then it leads in to our scripts. And I know you're helping with scripts. What time is that?
We start our script here in Southwest with Cynthia. I'm committed to help that. It's from 8 to 8:30. And we got a little group going here, but if you're going to really want to learn, and I do it with the Chris Hurley group after the pivot shift. That's 150 agents. Those are strong. And just when I think I'm on my toes and I get help, this young lady will put you in your little, make you dance. But that's all right, because see, if you're going to learn, you want to say the right things. And the saying the right things the right way by pausing. I said, Bernard, why did you ask that? I'm just curious. Wow. Now you just flipped it, folks. Because I'm just curious, Bernard. I mean, is it more important that I reduce my commission, or we net you the most? Oh, wow. Well, me asking you to come down on commission wouldn't that mean most? Why would you say that?
Put it on them.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, Dan, nothing. Did you know how to do that? That's gonna separate you from the next person, because people really don't mind, and it's just, I hear people really don't mind paying. They just don't want to be taken advantage of.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, good stuff on that. Thanks, Dan. I love your thoughts. I love your passion. He comes in fired up. Great ways to get engaged and get started, right? And we certainly want to know how people talk. Okay, let's pivot. I was going to get Chris to come on and share more about it as well. I think he has his camera turned off.
There he is.
Yeah, let's see if he pops in and we'll get
I
him.
can talk. I can't talk. I'm not going to turn on the camera. I'm not in my studio.
Okay, great. We don't need to. All right, tell us. We just put you on the spot. I didn't warn him of this anything. Nimesh said he's on. Just make him go on. Tell us the importance of scripts.
Are you starting your day at 11:30 or are you starting your day at 9:30? So if you're waiting until 11:30 to start your day, know that really active, productive people start around 6, and then they start talking to people at around 9, so that by 11 o'clock, they're actually meeting with people and making offers to either show houses or list houses. So I challenge you, if you start your day earlier, by the time the afternoon comes, when you find a bad client, you can really be busy with good clients.
Yeah.
But if you wait until 12 o'clock to start talking to people, any client looks like a good client.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
That's
Yeah.
powerful.
So start early, start working. If you want a productive group of people to go work out with every day, like a boot camp, that's a place to do. There's places to call with people if you want camaraderie and making phone calls. A lot of organic groups of just productive people who want each and every one of us to get better and want to share the ideas and skill sets. And like Dan said, the James Shaw call is 800 people from across the nation. The KW Carey call, which I'm a host of, is 120 to 150 people, Monday through Friday, from 7:30 to 8 o'clock every day. We've been solid at 120 for 5 months. So that's productive people. Those are people that are listing $1 million houses. There's people who are, I think we did a poll, Dan. What was our total years on the group? We have in that 120 agents, you have how many years of experience?
Oh, Sam said it was 1,500.
And probably close to $1 billion in production. Like seriously, Chad, if they could make it a market center, it'd probably be the #2 market center, just based on the level of $20 million agents to $1 million agents. Everybody's there, and it's such a great place where if you just want to be productive and you don't want to leave your house, just get on the, I can tell you, it's a safe space for new agents. It's a safe space for experienced agents. I mean, Dan, did they even have electricity when you got your license?
No, hey, Chris, the dinosaur just passed away.
But when
Dan's personality lights up every room, Chris.
When I saw Dan a couple months ago, I was so tickled and so excited to see you, Dan, because you know you and I have known each other for a really long time, and I'm really honored that you dedicate like this. It really is. It means a lot.
Yeah, well, you're the product, right, of the people that you hang around. And that was when Dan came in my office, and he's done it multiple times, but he was super excited. And I'm like, you know, attitudes are contagious. Energy is contagious. And Dan got all fired up. And I'm like, oh, why am I not bringing him on the team meeting to share some of that? Great vehicles to get you excited. And we need it, right? We got to pull up our energy. It's brutal out there if you haven't heard it. And yet there's opportunity. There's opportunity out there, and there's a way to separate yourself from everyone else, but you got to get up early and you got to go to work and you got to practice your craft and you got to study your numbers and know them. Okay.
100%, Chad.
Awesome. Well, thanks and appreciate the invite and just being on. Next time, be ready to have your camera on. You never know when I might ask for you to jump on, Chris. Okay. Any other thoughts on production? We're got ready to make a shift to Red Day and get behind that, which is a huge culture. But anything else we missed on a production? Anything we missed, Dan? Final thought?
No, if you want to get engaged, just email me and I can email you the links for the James Shaw link for their Zoom call. And then also for Chris Hurley and Sam, the team leader out there, their role play thing. I guarantee you it's scary to do it when they put you in the rooms, but these guys are just, they're like you, they've been there. Even if you, like I had a new guy in there. So he watched me and the other lady practice, and she threw me a wrench, went another way on the topic, and that happens. But she wanted to show him how the public and people you engage with, it happens to all of us, but want to dialogue, and she got me, and I got her back to center where we wanted to go.
Okay, awesome. Thanks for sharing.
Just email me and I'll try to give you the links for those.
And they're also in the, I see Chris just put it in the chat too.
Okay.
Which one is that one, Chris, that you just put in the chat?
Oh, good. Thanks, Chris.
The second one is the James Shaw call.
Okay, James Shaw.
That's the pivot call. And then the one, the first one is the Zoom link to the KW Carey
Awesome.
training.
Okay.
And then our Market Center one, you can find our Market Center one on KWSW 25.
There you go. That one's right after.
Okay, Pam, Red Day. Just so you know, Red Day Red Day is an event that we set aside work. It happens to be when Mo Anderson, who is a integral part of culture, where we give back and give to that day. It's been a little weird going through a pandemic and doing Red Day, but we got a great event. Hopefully you've seen something by now, but now is where we need your help to engage. So Pam serves as the chair for our marketing in a Red Day. And so Pam, take it away. What do we need to know and how can people get involved?
Okay. Well, Melissa and I went out to Pennywise last night, yesterday afternoon, to take a tour. We wanted to get a feel of the facility and how things would function. And we learned a lot of interesting information about how they do and how many women they help. So what we're asking you as an agent to do is reach out to your sphere, your family, your friends, your neighbors, and collect some donations for Pennywise. There's a list on our Facebook closed book page. We'll put it up again, but they have a lot of, they get about 100 drop-offs a day of clothing and shoes and household items, and they have a lot. So but they had one small corner of new items, diapers, body wash, pillows, things that they actually give these ladies that they're helping. So we would highly appreciate the new items. Unwrapped, in a box, completely wrapped, new in the box, of whatever you can bring. We're asking you to bring it May 13th to the facility yourself and drop it off. But if you can't, you can bring it up to Patent Title. Melissa and I and everyone on the marketing committee will make sure it gets to Pennywise for you. We know your time is precious. We know the market's crazy. We know some of you have kids at home, graduation, all these things going on. So if you can't get out and you can't get people to donate or even go out and shop, we're going to try to create an Amazon wish list. We are going to put in a link, a sign up link, a sign up to donate on the Sign Up Genius. We're going to have a box at the front desk where you can drop in, gift cards, a check. We want to make you be able to participate if you want to participate the easiest way we can. We only have a few time slots to volunteer at the facility to help organize. So we're trying to create other ways where you can participate as a realtor in Red Day and show the community you live in how much you care. There's also Red Day shirts. They just came in. I believe Carla can help you get one so that you can wear it around and have people ask, what does Red Day? And you can tell them that Red Day isn't just Keller Williams. It's not just the color of our company, but it's us reaching out to renew, energize, and donate.
Absolutely. Thanks, Pam. Just so you said we can do cash, right? We're asking every agent if they can contribute $5 to what, $20.
We just talked about it in our marketing meeting today. The box at the front of the desk that is not there yet, you can put in cash, you can put in a check, you can put in gift cards.
If they're doing the check, who do they make it payable to?
I have to email the store director, and I'm going to do that as soon as we get off of here. I just finished the marketing meeting, and that was the question that was asked that I need to find the answer to.
Okay, Stephanie said Fort Bend Women's Shelter.
But I'm going to find out from the store director, and I will put it on the Facebook page.
Okay.
And text y'all. But our main focus is to get the agents involved as much as they want to be involved, can be involved, but to help these women. You know, their location is kept secret. They're sheltered from being in communication with the facilities, and that's because they've come from horrific situations and they finally have the courage to walk away and start over.
Mhm.
Yeah, awesome stuff. So what we're looking for is 100% participation. How you participate can show up in different variations. Obviously, the drop-off supplies, you saw the list. If it's money, and then if you want to get active that day as well, there is a sign up. We're going to have some limitations. We're not showing up with 100 people at a site. It's just not. One is during the pandemic, it's not feasible. And then the other one is Pennywise. It's just not enough space. But we want to make sure that we fill in. If you're adamant about serving that day, then certainly reach out to Pam, and we'll make sure that we can get you plugged in. Well, if you don't want to get sweaty, you don't have to. If it's just dropping off money, but we do want 100% participation. We want to make an impact in something as well before we get it. Namesh, did you want to show your video?
Sure. Mine and Verna's video. Verna was the star, of course. So yes. We can share our message. Absolutely.
It was a good message because I think it's important for people to hear. And then the second piece is be watching the closed Facebook group for more updates along the way too. And it's a great place to be connected.
I'm having a class tomorrow at 2:00 in the Morris training room on how.
Oh yeah. Before you play that, because people have asked if I want to get one of these flyers that they can brand and use for themselves, you're going to teach about that. So there's an opportunity to lead generate and connect. Lead generating means leading to get supplies and things as well. Do we know where that form is if somebody wanted it?
The flyer itself?
Yes.
We're going to have it at the meeting tomorrow.
So if you're not at the meeting, we'll make it accessible for you as well. So you can kind of label it as your own.
Absolutely. We'll have several marketing pieces that you can use, not just the flyer.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Awesome. All right, let's see this great video.
Great job, Greg.
Hey, KWSW, Verna here in the Mesh. Just bringing you a quick message. Did you know that in 2019, that over 652,000 women were raped?
And over 40% of women in the United States have experienced sexual violence.
Here's one that just blows my mind. 80% of women have experienced some form of sexual assault before the age of 25.
And this could be your mother, your daughter, your sister, a friend, or any woman that you know.
Absolutely. Well, here in Fort Bend, they're doing something about it. The Fort Bend Women's Center have decided to take action, and they assist any survivor of sexual assault. And here's how you can help.
So on May 13th, we are celebrating Keller Williams Red Day, right? A day that we utilize to have community outreach. And this is a special event we're having this year.
Absolutely. You've seen the flyers all around, and Red Day stands for Renew, Energize, and Donate. And that's exactly what we're here to do. We're here to renew and energize and donate to the Fort Bend Women's Center. So see the details below in our description and come out and support. Remember, this could be your sister, your mom, your wife, your friend. Let's do something about it and end sexual violence now. See y'all later.
See ya. Your part.
All right, good video. Don't you love watching yourself in a video?
It's terrible.
That's awesome. Well, we're excited to partner with this endeavor, right? Pennywise, and really doing it. Pam, any other final thoughts? Anything that we missed that we should know?
I don't think so. I think I've covered it, but I'm happy to answer any questions if you have them. I do want to say a huge thank you to Melissa at Patent Title. She has been my sidekick. Without her, we wouldn't be where we are right now. She made this connection with the Women's Center, and I have to give her huge kudos. Thank you, Melissa.
Awesome. Thanks, Melissa. All right, Melissa, with that, we'll go to you. What do you got for us?
Hello, guys. I happen to be in the car with one of your own.
Oh, Cynthia!
Busted. So I walked into my office this morning and I asked, what I could do to add value. I asked my team, and they said, in order for you guys to make things easier for you guys, one of the things is to make sure that every space, every section, everything on the contract is filled out. Every single thing. If there is nothing to put, don't leave it blank, please. Put NA, put 0, something. And please submit all the addendums, like the HOA addendums, things like that. HOA is, in particular, very, very helpful for us, because that is something that can definitely delay closings. We're having situations right now where we actually have to send the link to the actual client in order for them to go into the system. They have to pay. So we'll send you a link. They have to actually go in there and pay themselves. And a lot of times they don't see the email. They don't pay themselves. And then it comes back like, well, we're still waiting for the client to go in and pay for this thing. We sent them a link. Well, if the agents don't know, to remind them, hey, have you went in there? Because a lot of times, depends on where you're at. Some places don't require, like, what was it called? A resale certificate. Some don't. Pecan Grove, I think, doesn't. Siena charges a huge resale certificate. So if you don't know that and you're not telling your clients, you know, be prepared, you might have to pay $500, you know, for transfer fee, resale certificate, whatever it is. Just be aware that these things come up. And so hit them in the beginning and be like, this is what we need to do. So HOA is a really big thing. So I think if you just, you know, educate your clients and make sure that you're ahead of the game and prepare them for what could happen, and stay proactive with your clients. That would be the biggest thing. And then if anything, Giselle is at the front. She's the director of First Impressions. She can get in touch with me. You can ask her questions, and she'll give you my number. But I'm still at melissa.lima@patenttitles.com.
Okay, get to work. Okay, here's a pro tip. An HOA form is probably, for an addendum, the most screwed up form that we have as agents. It should be provided by the listing agent, number one. So go ahead and put that in your forms. If you don't know how to fill it out, which I struggle sometimes, you can actually send it to the management company of the HOA and ask them to complete it. That's a pro tip, by the way. I learned that. I learned it from my wife. Don't tell her I learned it from her, but she just told me that and I went, oh, that's a brilliant idea.
Anyway. One more thing, they are taking, it could take up to 3 to 10 business days for the HOA to come back. So that as well.
Okay. All right. Awesome. All right, Dale, what do you got for us?
Well, good morning. So to touch a little bit about what Melissa is talking about, you know, you as agents put on the contract that there are additional addendums that are attached to the contract, HOAs, third-party financing, MUD and PUD, and all those other addendums that a lot of times lenders get sent nothing but the contract. If it says that those are marked, that all of those are part of the contract, then those need to also be sent to your lender, to the title companies, in addition to just the 1 to 4 contract. So think about that when you're sending something out. We don't want to come chase you down or have to go to other people to get that. It's just right now with the volume of loans being closed and as busy as title companies and everyone else is, let's do the work up front, make certain that we're putting in a good file that we can help to expedite getting to our closing. So think of that. One change going on in the world that we're seeing, our new administration has put forth that they're going to put a bunch of money aside to increase the IRS enforcement. What does that mean? Anybody have an idea what that might mean? Okay, so I'll tell you, so you all know. For self-employed people, my guess is that most of you are also self-employed. The IRS potentially is going to be enforcing more stringently the tax returns. So for people that are buyers in my world that are self-employed, that have the ability to expense or to write off certain deductions, to lessen their tax burden. This may mean that there might be more audits that go into play. So having that said, the idea is that if the government finds more money that they can tax people on, then there's more money for other programs and what we're working to get done as far as our infrastructure and other expenses that we have as a country. So know that if you're working with self-employed borrowers, the good could be that maybe these tax returns are going to be a little more cleaner and your people are going to show more income and can qualify easier for loans. The second side would be, though, that there is a potential that audits could become a little bit more frequent, and make certain that if you as taxpayers have expenses, that you have written documentation to justify these write-offs and deductions. So that's all I have for today. Thank you all. And if I can do anything, we're here to help you.
Okay, awesome. Anything, final thoughts anybody got for us? Any words of wisdom to send us off?
I do have something to share before we sign off.
Yes.
Our jam-packed Thursday tomorrow. Let me go ahead and share it. Just a reminder to everybody, you saw in the Facebook group yesterday, hopefully, or the day before, and got the email. But tomorrow we're having a hands-on workshop on how to create a custom smart plan. Okay. So, join the tech team tomorrow. There's two options. There's a 9:30 in the morning, and then there's also a 6 p.m. It's in person only because it's going to be hands-on. You have to bring your laptop, and you will walk out of this workshop with a custom-built smart plan of your own that you can then implement into your database, right? Or, as Dan would say, your VIP list. And hey, that's a start right there, guys. So I implore you to get in there.
You can use this and create a smart plan for Red Day. You can create a smart plan for any type of events and pretty much just edit it when it comes to that event on something else. And so your clients, your VIPers will get used to seeing this type of information come from you.
Absolutely. So you can actually, tomorrow is a bit jam-packed. We do have this workshop at 9:30, and then Verna's led Red Day Spectacular at 2, right, Verna? 2?
2, yep.
2 o'clock. And then we repeat this custom, workshop at custom smart plan workshop at 6. You can just put it all together and you have your first smart plan that you're sending out there to your clients.
Yeah.
Contacts.
These would be good lead generating activities, right? You want to set it, forget about it, so to speak, but remain top of mind for your VIP clients. That's what we're calling our meeting. VIP, get the very best. And if we're going to have a VIP, we better understand the market and what's going on.
And take advantage by all means, because Nimesh and I, and even Chad and Barbara, we have conversations with agents who are not at our office daily, and they do not have anything close to what we have and able to stay top of mind of their clients. So there's really no reason why we are not staying top of mind to our clients when we have all the tools that we need to do so.
Absolutely. And it comes back to basically what we were speaking about earlier, right? Like, what kind of agent do you want to be, right? And what we're all about at KW, live by the Y4C2Ts, and how you are as an agent reflects how you are as a person, right? So again, to sign up for this workshop, the links are in the closed Facebook group. There's an evening link and a daytime link, and you also received it in the email from the Market Center yesterday. Okay.
Okay. Right, awesome. Good thing. Thank you, Dan, for sharing. Thank you for Pam and Melissa for leading Red Day and getting us off. It'll be a great event. Please engage any way that you can. We're just asking you to participate at some level to make it a really big impact as we can for an important cause. All right. Thank you, guys. Have a great day. Let me know if we can help you. We'll see you soon. Soon we'll be seeing you in the training room for the ones who were brave enough to come. All right. Bye, Cynthia.